So, I was recently reminded of a story that I completely and utterly forgot about. And it started me along the thought process of how people will take a situation or things and just run with it with no evidence or anything. It's just because they feel that way, they just run with it. And it reminded me of many other stories that had the same situation where, obviously I'm involved in it and I'm sitting there just scratching my head like, what in the actual fuck is going on here? And it's because they took something and just ran with it. I was out here in the garage one day. This is the first story. Out here in the garage one day, working, had my drink, which was a can, and for whatever reason, a straw from who knows where, probably Bojangles or something like that, was on the ground, so I just took it, and when I was done with the drink, threw it in the drink can and tossed it in the trash. Thinking nothing of it, like, boop, trash. And the girl I was dating at the time saw it and became completely and utterly convinced that I was cheating on her. She lost her shit. Went crazy. She was pretty good at that. And was just convinced that I'd cheated on her when I'd done something completely innocuous. So she took that evidence and just took off with it. Now another one, this is the one that I completely forgot about, because the straw one I just laughed because it was so ridiculous. I was like, seriously, come on. Well, the other one was, I was dating a girl, and she went out of town. Now, during that whole time she was out of town, I did literally nothing but sleep, play video games, hang out, usual stuff, and work, obviously. She gets back home from her trip, flips out, and says that she found pink hair in her sink. And once again, takes it, runs with it. Convinced, surely I had cheated. But it was a complete impossibility. There was no one here. No one went into her room. Nothing like that. But she was convinced. Which to this day, I wonder if that story was made up. At first I thought it was made up. I was like, let me see the fucking hair. Let me see it. And she actually did have a pink hair. Now, I don't know if that story was made up and she just fabricated the whole thing or not. I don't know. But then I was thinking back on it, and there was one individual that I let into the apartment during that time period. And I'm starting to wonder if that pink hair was planted there on purpose. Because that would not surprise me either. Because said individual that I think planted it is unbeknownst to me at the time, very manipulative, shit starter, shit like that. And I can't remember exactly, but if memory serves me correctly, that individual was out here talking to me. I think they said they needed to use the bathroom. I was like, cool, go use hers. That's the only way I could see it happening. That's the only way I could see it happening. There's just no way it could have gotten there in some random occasion of like it just couldn't have happened. It was impossible. Unless there was some kind of weird fucking shit afoot. Now, am I inclined to agree that that ex-girlfriend actually found a pink hair? I mean, I believe her. If she did, she probably did. She didn't lie about much. But the other individual, I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. But here's the point. Again, they saw something, took it, and ran with it rather than thinking about it and being like, really? Do I look like the type of guy that dates a girl with pink hair or fucks around with a girl with pink hair? Hell no. I think they're disgusting. They're all liberal. Blech. So, that still racks my brain. And, you know, I totally had forgotten about that shit. And then now I'm sitting here like, wait, that really fucking happened. That was like a knockdown, drag out, fucking crazy ass fight for something that should have been completely impossible to happen. But they took it and they ran with it. Crazy. I don't know. I guess it all got brought back up. So I was watching some video about, geez, I can't remember exactly what it was about, but they were saying the same thing. It was like a psychological video. And they're saying where people, man, sometimes they just get on something and they fucking hold on to it like a fucking pit bull and they just will not let it go. They won't see anything to the contrary. They just, whatever their mind makes up, it is what it is no matter what. Maybe it was a political video. I think it was a mix of both. It was kind of like the psychology and politics. But yeah, people get this thought in their head, and it's just never going to leave. They're not the type of people that you can talk reason into or debate with. It's just, it is what it is, no matter fucking what. They're never going to change their mind. So they're pretty much impossible to deal with at that point. And I've probably another handful of stories like that, but those two were probably the best. One was just funny because it was so absurd. The second one was just disturbing because I know for a fact there's no fucking way that could have happened without some sort of weird intervention. So it wasn't funny because it caused a lot of damage, and who likes that, right? Crazy.